Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned in to The Encourager, and my name is Nehru. We are going to finish up today the last two of this series, Living by the Moon, for Aquarius and Pisces. Thank you so much, subscribers and returning listeners, those who are new to the channel or new to listening. I am here as part of the collective of spiritual beings sent to help us awaken this lifetime and help us ascend. And so that's the purpose of this channel. And with that, as I always like to say, we become our truest, highest, purest versions of ourselves, and that should be all of our goals. And once we get out of our karmic situations, we stop hating people that did stuff to us 5, 10, 12, 20, 30 years ago. Once we get out of our egoic nature, once we stop complaining, once we look within ourselves and stop looking to man for answers, once we stop believing man and everything that man is telling us from a book, once we start going internal to look at the truth within us, then we can only begin to see the truth. Okay? And so I can't tell you how many revelations and things that the Father, Most High God, Yahweh, whatever you call him, or refer to him as long as it's loving and endearing, right? And so with that, the things that I've learned since my awakening and going through my dark night of the soul and all of that, I've always been interested in numerology. I've always been interested in who I really truly am, zodiacs and what the stars mean. I've always been interested in that sort of thing. And I'm not into astrology or anything. I couldn't tell you any more. The only thing I know about the stars today are that they are there for a reason, as we view them from this planet. They are there for a reason. And our zodiac signs, the humans on this planet, the 12 zodiac signs, they are in the stars. Okay? And so amongst the stars, or the stars are, you can see your zodiac sign in the stars. Okay? And they were put there for a reason. Okay? And so when the divine creator did this, there was a specific plan in mind. Okay, and so as I've gone on and I began to educate myself and I began to get downloads from Holy Spirit, I didn't know what the Lemurian tribe was a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know who they were. I didn't know. I had heard of shaman, but I had no idea that I had a background, that my bloodline was Egyptian shamanic. I had no idea. So we don't find these things out about ourselves until we go internal and find out who we really truly are. And that is really what I'm trying to really, this is my contribution towards healing the world. Okay? And this is what I'll do in some shape, form, or fashion for the rest of this natural life that I am here. Okay? And so that might turn into podcasts. That might turn into on classes. I know for sure I'm already looking into Reiki healing and becoming certified as a Reiki healer. And I'm also looking into some other things that Divine is leading me to do. And so with that, I am looking to embody everything. I always think of it like this, and I've heard it two different ways for motivating you to get back up and lace those boots back up and get back out there. One is from a gentleman who I met in 2003, Jim Schneider, and he lives in Vermont. And he says, when it's all said and done, he said, I want there to be grass in my teeth and mud on my uniform. You know, dirt on me all over. And that's when it's all said and done, right? Yeah. Because, and that last karmic cycle that was recently closed out, And hopefully you took advantage of the full moon, not in a witchcraft and evil sort of way, but in an self-enlightenment, self-love kind of way, and expressing your love through that, whether you just set out and gazed amongst the stars or what have you, you were manifesting, or what have you, you dedicated some time to your ancestors, or whatever you did that day, or during that full moon cycle that just ended. And we are still in Mercury retrograde. You're taking advantage of those opportunities again to get to know who you really truly are, because who you really truly are is not in a book. And it doesn't matter who you're talking to. No one else on this earth can tell you 100% who you really truly are. That is a secret for you to know. Everyone does not need to know all of who you are. Okay? So anyway, I'm going to get on to the Aquarius reading, because if I don't, then I will definitely keep going, because there's already so much in me from doing meditation and things this morning. So Aquarius, Living by the Moon series for Aquarius. Your sign, of course, is air. All right. The water bearer who gathers wisdom and insight, offering it in service and humanity. Okay, so you are the water bearer, Aquarius. Element is air. Okay, characterized by agile energy of observation, logic, and sociability. Your modality is a fixed sign, which prizes reliability, predictability, and stamina. Okay, planetary signs, you are one that also has 2. I think the other that had 2, there was another sign. Was it Sagittarius that had 2, or Scorpio that had 2? 2 planetary. I don't think it was Sagittarius. My planetary is Jupiter, so I don't think it was mine, but I could be. Nope, it wasn't. Mine is Jupiter. I didn't think there was another one associated with mine. So, yep, it is Scorpio. Huh, good job. Yes, yep, so Scorpio. Okay, good. All right. And so, let me get back to my page here. Okay, so Saturn, which represents time, rules, and responsibilities, elemental to turning ideas into reality. And Uranus, which inspires innovation, sudden revelation, rebellion, and creative chaos. Oh, very interesting. Aquarius. I was just I went back to Scorpio to check that double placement for the planetary sign. You thrive when aligned, and these are your essential needs. Partaking in community. You thrive when aligned with a group, and love coming together with others who share your visions and values. You inherently know that there is power in numbers, essentially for pursuing the causes you find to have utmost importance. Okay, so you are a sounds like something of a fighter for equality, perhaps, Aquarius. And so having space is another one of your essential needs. With a strong need for freedom, there you go. You don't like to be hemmed up, whether by people, schedule constraints, or select societal conventions. That definitely sounds like me 100%. That's why I will never have a job in that sense. I might be employed by my own company, but that's my company. I own it, so I come and go as I please, right? No one says, oh, nope, you can't go anywhere. You can't take an extra lunch. I want to take a 2-hour lunch. You can't take a 2-hour. No one can ever tell me that. If I want to take a 3-hour lunch and go golfing, then I can do that, right? And me personally, just because of the fire zodiac signs and me and their placements, I can't be restrained. I need to be that eagle. I need to be free. I need to soar. I need to be able to frolic whenever I want to frolic or whatever I want to do. I need to be able to do that. I cannot be restrained. That's why I don't like religion. I don't like that. Okay, I don't like mass punishment. I don't like, and that's what, again, that's another thing that religion is. Religion is mass punishment. I don't like that. Okay, so my grandfather, Berlin, he used to have a saying. He used to say, "Put me down and let me walk," whenever his wife would be nagging him so much, and it's just like one event, and then he just nags on for the entire day. And why didn't you? And then 15 minutes come by, they come back in the kitchen, and you all, it's like, okay, right? And he would say, "Put me down and let me walk. Put me down and let me walk," right? So put me down and let me walk, right? Yeah, we all should be saying that in some shape, form, or fashion. Again, true wealth on this earth can never be gained by being an employee. That can never be this case. Okay? Even if you're at the top. Okay? You can own the franchise, then you can leave a legacy. Okay? But otherwise, yeah. No. This is why the government restricts the amount of money you can make, because the big corporate companies want to make it. The big boys want to make it. The 1% want to make it. This is why. This is why you have to own it if you want to keep it. I preach this all the time to my tax clients. When they would come in and they would only have W-2s, but their W-2s would add up, between the couple, would add up to $200,000, and they had no self-employment. You need to do something on your own. I don't care if it's a wood cutting class. You need to do something on your own for a side hustle to lower your tax liability, right? You need to do something. You can't just sit there and be okay with giving the government 35, 40% of your income, knowing that there are ways around that, legal ways around it, right? Not a Trump way, not a Wesley Snipes way, not a many other celebrities tax evasion way, not that, but tax avoidance by using tax strategies based on the way the laws are written, right? So laws are written to guide, but they're also meant to be utilized for your good. But you would have to know that, or you would have to speak to someone who knows that in order to have that light bulb turned on for you, right? To know what type of tax strategies and things are advantageous for you in your situation. But that's an example of where in America, you can start anything. How many immigrants come over here with 2 cents in their pocket and they go on to just do phenomenal things? And then they're the ones who end up owning 50, 60, 70, 80, right? Papa John's restaurants, the immigrants, the 7-Elevens, the immigrants, the liquor stores, the immigrant, like, they come over here with nothing. Those of us who are born into it tend to be a little lazy. I don't know why I'm on that trip. Okay, so helping the world. So here's the freedom part of you, which is amazing. I love this. So you have a future Aquarius moon. You have a future forward orientation concerned not only about the now, but moments yet to occur. Between this and the altruistic spirit, your altruistic spirit, you have a passion for co-creating change that will inspire progress and make the world a better place. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like that. Because that's why we're here. Men don't realize that most of men think they're here to get whatever they can get and then die and just die happy, whatever, however, right? Wherever I go, where I go, right? I believe in God, right? Yeah, believing in God is, your life doesn't show that. So, yeah, it's not enough to just say you believe in God and you're behind bars. If you ask anybody behind bars, I remember the sperm donor used to say that. He said, if you go to jail and you ask people, do they believe in God? They'll all tell you yes. But their actions, he was preaching to himself. He was ignoring the convictions. Their actions tell you that they don't. Hear that siren? There's a confirmation for us this morning. So, yeah. There are many who say they believe in God, but do not show the signs thereof, and their actions and intentions show otherwise, right? So they're the liars, the cheaters, they're the ones who are unfaithful to you, Mrs., unfaithful to you, sir. They're the ones who slept with the secretary. They're the ones who slept with your spouse, right? They're the ones who slept with your other your partners chose to sleep with them. Again, there's no single blame, right? There's, in those situations, if it was consenting, yeah, okay, both are equally at blame. No one is more than the other. People do stupid things like unaliving their spouse because they cheated, or unaliving the other person because they cheated. Both parties are equally responsible, and that doesn't mean unalive both of them. That means that, and I've been in situations where I wish I could unalive someone, right? And if they were standing in front of me at the time, I probably would have done something to cause them bodily harm. I probably would have. But again, that's not the higher vibration. Okay? So today I stand here saying I'm glad, because otherwise, I don't know, I wouldn't be able to share this information with you, because I would be one of those saying I believe God, but I'm behind bars, right? So, your superpowers. Pattern recognition. Okay, so let's take a look at this. You've got a bright mind that has a 360-degree way of viewing things, able to see situations via numerous vantage points, sometimes all at once. That's a great skill to have, because it means you are not biased. Someone can come to you for a neutral opinion, right? And know that they're going to get the truth, and it's not going to be one that's obligated to go one way or the other. Okay, this gives you a masterful ability to recognize patterns, something you find quite enthralling. You have a laser-like vision that helps you perceive how an orchestra of elements is arranged. That's amazing. That's great. Originality. You've got a flair for innovation, often seen as a vanguard. Excuse me. Others are inspired not only by your original style, but also your ability to readily perceive state-of-the-art solutions. Your proximity to the cutting edge is sourced from various factors. You've got an eye for the future, as well as highly attuned perceptive skills. So that sounds pretty good. Altruism, okay, your other superpower, your third superpower. What's so special about you is not just that you care about the world at large. It's that you marry an interest in helping make the world a better place with the intellectual side of you that chops up things to create a plan, okay, in order for you to envision what you're wanting to do and the actions necessary to take, or not necessary steps to take place. So that's really, really good. You have some strong superpowers there, and we all do. These stand out to me because I see some of the qualities and things in here that I've not seen in any, or traits that I've not seen in any of the other zodiac signs yet. So that's your kryptonite, okay? Intellectualization. So no one would contest that you have strong mental prowess. It's just that sometimes your head takes over and crowds your heart. Yeah, so there's a balance that's needed there. Balance check. When this happens, you may become hyper-focused on whether things make sense at the expense of how they make you or others feel. Okay, intellectualization. Okay, so honor your powerful thoughts while tuning into your body and emotions. Okay. Detachment. At times, you like to keep your distance. It gives you the space to avoid obligations that may weigh you down. Disabling your ability, I was reading that word like altogether, disabling your ability to work on your passion projects. Unfortunately, though, At times, this may lead to people wondering whether you're interested in them. In turn, they may distance themselves from you, leaving you feeling isolated. Even if you only spend limited time with people, being really present at that time with them will foster free-flowing space for ideas and things. And I know for sure that I have to watch this, certainly, especially with me being so comfortable with being by myself and being in something of solitude, having only necessary communication with man, and that's not for any good or bad reason. That's only because I really only prefer to speak when it's necessary to speak today. I don't, the most talking I do in a day, again, is typically when I'm recording a video. That's the most talking that I will do in a day. I don't have many conversations outside of that. And so that will change at some point. At some point, when 2024 kicks off, it'll be something different, and the door will be wide open. There are things that are happening in the ethers right now that Most High and ancestors, angels, Archangel Michael, other archangels, star seeds, light workers, ascended masters are taking care of. The Orishas are taken care of, right? And Oshun, Osiris, Nefertiti, like they're taking care of things for us here, or they're taking care of things for us there for here, right? And so, and so right now, I am in in something of a holding pattern, and so I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for, again, that phone call, door knock, letter, whatever that happens to be, that lets me know, hey, the door is officially open in the 3D, and now things are good to go, and now you are free to move about the earth. All right. And so kryptonite, so your detachment, okay, giving space, okay, so rebellion. So there's nothing wrong with a little rebellion. What's the song? He's a rebel and he'll never ever be any good. He's a rebel 'cause he never ever does what he should, and just because he doesn't do what everybody else does, there's no reason why he can't share my love. He's always good to me, always treats me tenderly. He's not a rebel, no, no, no. He's not a rebel, no, 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 to me. Right? I don't even know who sing that song. The Vandals? I don't know who sing that song. But, yeah, it's good to be a rebel. Nothing wrong with being a rebel from time to time. You need to be a rebel. So let's take a look here. See what kind of rebel you are, Aquarius. Aquarius moon. You have a hard time when you perceive your freedom to be your... let me start over. You have a hard time when you perceive your freedom to be your quirky self and express your future forward idea is being constrained. Yeah, I'm that kind of rebel. You have limited patience for shoulds and and hate feeling bound by social conventions that don't leave any room for individuality. When you face either, you may find your inner revolutionary gets activated. While there's nothing wrong with being a freedom fighter, amen, that's what I am. I'm a justice fighter for justice, because this system here isn't one. Just watch that it has intention. Again, intention is extremely important, right? People can tell you all day long, I love you, but if their intentions, they're stabbing you in the back, they don't love you. They don't love you. If your employer says, we appreciate you, but they give you 15-cent raises every 12 months, they don't love you. They don't love you. They don't appreciate you. They don't. And I'm not saying don't be thankful for 15 cents more an hour, but I'm telling you, They don't love you. They don't appreciate you. When you appreciate someone, you go above and beyond. When you love someone, you go above and beyond. There are flowers showing up in the middle of the week on a Wednesday, and it's March 28th. What's March 28th? My birthday's in October. Valentine's Day passed. It's just a day. Why? Because that's an expression. That's a showing of I love you. Not when you screw up, men and women. Not then. And by the way, men like flowers. Women, just saying. My favorite flower is the sunflower. Right? And so maybe my one social activist act is ridding us of all the societal garbage and false ways of thinking, right? And I know it starts with the spiritual, right, which is where I really dwell. But in speaking about flowers and and all that sort of thing, it is idiotic to think that something called Valentine's Day is just for the woman. That is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. And if that's the case, and that's the only day for her, well, man, we need the other 364 women. Can I get an amen, brothers? Okay. So it is foolish. That day, she needs to bring you candy or whatever you want to eat. She needs to bring you also. Y'all need to be exchanging gifts. Valentine's is not about the woman. It is not. Right? Just like it's difficult in the U.S. for a single president to get elected. Why is that? Because America thinks that if you don't have a family, there's something wrong with you. That is the dumbest fucking thing I have ever heard in my life. Again, how many people with their innovative ways, revolutionary thinking, that were never married, lifelong bachelors, Nikola Tesla, and they have changed the way we think about things, or at least they tried to show us. Most of us are still ignorant and unaware of his downloads, the spiritual downloads he was getting, right? Most of us are unaware of that, even though we drive his technology around. Okay? We don't give that spiritual recognition. We give that recognition to a man. Okay? So societal, it's just garbage. It's just garbage, right? Kudos to the Mr. Moms, man. Kudos to you guys. You know what I'm saying? Right? Kudos to you guys. There's nothing wrong with that. However it works out for your family is the way that it works out for your family. Okay? Me personally, I would be one who would love that situation. Why? Because of what I do. Okay? I already told you I'm not going to be an employee anymore. At least not in the I'm not free sense. Okay? That time has come and gone long ago. Long ago. I could go try to find a job today. I wouldn't get a job. He's told me no so many times. I don't even, yeah. I'm not meant to be an employee. So, nurturing strategies, okay? So, alternative approaches, Aquarius. You're an open-minded trailblazer who likes to chart their own course. This usually has you adopting non-mainstream approaches before others. For example, you were likely using acupuncture, aromatherapy, or dietary supplements much earlier than your friends. I was using health supplements. I don't even remember what they're called, but I remember Joe Weider, right? His protein products in the 80s were popular. And as a kid, I remember Kevin brought me these nutritional packs, the sperm donor, brought me these nutritional packs. And I was taking those, and I was probably 12, 13. Yeah, when I started taking those. Yeah, right. And I would take the Joe Weider chocolate powder. You know something interesting? Obviously, I'm 11. He had to have bought that for me because, or maybe he used it and then he let me use it. I don't remember. But I remember we had a basement in Illinois, not in Florida. Florida has few basements in the houses. They're very few because the water level's so low. Or, yeah, high. However that goes. I don't know. You could dig 2 feet and you hit water. Right? So water level so low. Low, I think, is what it is, I think. So in the basement, we had weights down there, and I'm down there, and that's where it started. I was 11, 12. I loved to physically work out because I felt better internally when I did that. Until this day, if I do nothing else, when I am upset, when I am down, when I am depressed, I've been crying, whatever it is that's bothering me, if it just can't seem to shake off me, typically what I do is I work out. That's typically what I do. When I'm tired of just sitting around in those moments, especially when I was going through my spiritual awakening and again, the dark night of the soul, I would exercise a lot. Okay? And so, And so you might be one of those who, again, acupuncture or some other form of meditative or therapeutic something when you were very young, you were drawn to that sort of thing. That's beautiful. All right. Nurturing strategies. Again, the second one is energetic medicine. Your moon sign is one associated with electricity, circuitry, and subtle life force energy. Therefore, enjoying healing practices that work on an energetic level may be right up your alley. While there are many therapies, and activities under the umbrella of energetic medicine, one example is Reiki healing. See, I mentioned that. See, so I share a lot of these Aquarius qualities with the Aquarius, even though in my top 3, my rising, my sun, moon, rising sign, or ascendant sign, I don't have Aquarius. Okay. I resonate with most all of what they're saying here, which is really, really interesting. Again, given that the Aquarius placement is somewhere else in my chart, it's not in the moon sign, or even in the ascendant sign or sun sign. So very, very interesting. So group healing. Look at this, Aquarius. As shared before, those with Aquarius moon love connecting with other people. As being involved in groups can be nurturing, it may be a strategy to honor your wellness regimen. For example, see whether exercising in a group setting, even if via online, is more motivating than doing it solo. So I can say for me, I really don't like having a lifting partner. I really don't like having a workout partner. I really like zoning out and just doing whatever I want to do. I have really no rhyme or reason to it because I'm going based on internal factors or something like that when I'm in the gym. Like I've tried so many times, okay, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, shoulders, chest, back, and that lasts for maybe a couple of weeks. And it goes away because even with that, I feel like I'm like locked in, like, what if I want to do legs that, I don't like that. I don't like that, and so it's just, I don't know. I am definitely one that I gotta be free. I gotta be free. I am not meant to be part of some overly structured organization or anything like that. That's just not. This one's not built for that. Okay. So group, that's good. That is really, really good. And if Aquarius, you want to get some counseling, but doing it one-on-one doesn't meet your needs, consider group therapy. Another method done in worship is systemic family constellations, which bring about greater awareness and healing through uncovering multi-generational family dynamics. Very, very interesting. That's something to tap into right there. Multi-generational. Yeah, because the bloodline needs to be cleared out all the way back to your ancestors, to the beginning of time, to the to Enoch, back to before Enoch, back to whoever was before Enoch, and then from Enoch came Methuselah, and then from Methuselah came Adam, and then after when Methuselah died, I'm gonna have to speak. I'm not gonna say anything on that. I'm gonna share another video on that. I'm stop there. I'm not gonna share any more on that. But yes, okay. So, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So stress spotlight. So here's what we need to pay attention to, Aquarius. Fitting in. Belonging is a key thing for those with an Aquarius moon, and sometimes you may struggle with feeling like you belong and fit in. After all, between your nonconformist nature and your perceptive mind, you sometimes wonder whether you mesh well with people. So I've definitely wondered this. I've spoken often about how I was growing up. I was, black sheep, cast out, both sides of the family, the sperm donor and the egg carrier, right? If they are the true ones, they definitely paid me no mind. I honestly believe that the sperm donor's family paid me no mind, primarily because, well, him and his siblings and then their kids didn't, right? So my cousins didn't, right? Because they knew that I was not a part of them. However, his mother, my grandparents, they were going to love me no matter what, okay? Which is the reason why they probably left me an inheritance that him and his siblings have been using up. But that's coming to an end because Most High and the feds are all over their ass. Disco Inferno, burn, baby, burn. Burn that mother down. Healthy foods, or healthy focus, healthy foods. Healthy focus. Someone needs to focus on healthy foods. Healthy focus, healthy focus. A circulatory system. Okay. Aquarius, don't be afraid or feel like you have to fit in. Okay, don't feel like that. Oh man, now I'm singing a song. I'm singing songs in my head now. Oh, it started now. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine. The sun shining. Let the sun shine. Come on, let the sun shine. The sun shining. Come on, fifth dimension. Let the sun shine. Fifth dimension joining us for this. That's good. It's the age of Aquarius, so that makes and they sing the song The Age of Aquarius. That's hilarious. That makes sense. Wow. Health focus. So circulatory system. As a sign that governs networks, it's not surprising that Aquarius rules the circulatory system along with the arteries, veins, and capillaries that compose it. So here's an example of how you need balance between the natural and the spiritual. So you have arteries and blah, 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 right? You have all that stuff, right? But then that's the physical side. The spiritual side is your Aquarius sign in that position on the day and time, the exact second you were born, and the location of your birth, and where the planetary stars and everything lined up on that given moment, at that very moment. So that's the spiritual side. If you want no one without the other, no. If I gave you two buns and I said, here's a hamburger, eat it, and there's no burger and hamburger in the middle, right? The burger part, right? The meat, that's not a hamburger. That's just the buns, right? You need both in order for it to be a hamburger. Otherwise, it's just 2 buns and meat patty, beef patty or whatever, right? Come on, okay? Balance, 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 all day, every day, okay? This web of vessels transports blood and the oxygen, nutrients, and hormones it contains throughout our body. As you know, maintaining the health of your circulatory system is key for well-being. Not to mention, it helps you spiritually. Okay, so when you eat better, you feel better. Okay, yes. Tomorrow, I'll probably be ordering a pizza. It's Friday. Why not? I haven't had one in a while. So why not? Sure, order a pizza tomorrow, right? But that's certainly not something I eat most days. I eat oatmeal. Is the first thing I eat. If I eat anything, normally I don't even eat anything in the morning. It's water and tea. And so, yeah, health is extremely important. And no, it wasn't always like that. You used to be a heavy coffee drinker. I had no problem drinking a pot of coffee by 11 o'clock. I don't drink coffee well, I haven't drank it. That's not to say I wouldn't drink it again, but I haven't drank it in 6 months, 7 months. It's been a long time since I've had coffee. And again, that's not for any one particular reason other than I just chose to, I don't know, I just picked up tea one day. I don't know. There is a host of nutrients known for enhancing the function of the circulatory system. These include omega-3s, fatty acids. So we spoke about this the other day in the Capricorn reading also. Okay? And these health advisories are for every sign. Every sign. Okay? And so now we've gotten to the part where we are on to the sun moon. So we are looking at your sun sign in the 12 zodiacs, whichever one you might be, and that coupled with the Aquarius moon that we've been going over. Okay? So, Aries in Aquarius. Aries in Aquarius. I'm in a very musical mood today. I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure why that is. And by the way, Aquarius, just like with all the others, every 29 and a half days, the moon makes a full cycle around the planet. So what does that mean? That means it goes from a full moon all the way around through crescent, half, quarter, everything, all the way back to the full moon. That's a cycle, and that's 29 and a half days that lasts, okay? Spending approximately 2.5 days in each of the 12 zodiac signs, okay? Over a month, okay? So, Aries Aquarius. You're quite the pioneer with an Aries sun. You're a self-starter with an Aquarius moon. You're nourished by innovation and experimentation. At once instinctive and cerebral, you like to be involved with numerous communities and collectives. You're a champion inspired by both your passion and reasoning. Okay? Aquarius. Oh, man. Taurus and Aquarius. Approach matters slowly. As long as you know that there's an exit door, you should require it. You have a lot of staying power. You're able to bring your Taurus practical know-how to technology and group-oriented projects, so you enjoy your Aquarius moon. Okay. Gemini Aquarius, you love to learn. It helps you to make sense of things from both yourself and others, for both yourself and others. Like the wind, you need freedom to be on the move, to dash here and there between your curious Gemini sun and your philanthropic Aquarius moon. You like investigating ways to help people live a better life. Okay. Cancer Aquarius. You've got an eye on the on the past and one on the future. When you honor these different vantage points, you present a really, you can present things that really come to life. And also, Cancer Aquarius, I was thinking about something. With an eye on the future and an eye on the past, I often say the future creates anxiety and the past creates depression. So you want to make sure, Cancer, that you are balancing that right, because that can get a little messy. Because really all that matters is the present, although the past and the future are important and they matter. Okay, without the past, we would not be where we are. And without the present, we could not get to where we are going tomorrow. So it is important, but we need to be in the moment. The present is a gift. That's why it's called the present. That's why it's called that. The words are spelled the same. If it is the present or here is a present, it's spelled the same. It's a gift. Okay? Leo Aquarius. Working on community-oriented creative projects is really nourishing, as you can express your unique Leo self while helping others. Inherently important to an Aquarius moon, important to an Aquarius moon. Recognition can be tricky, as sometimes you want applause for your efforts, while at other moments you'd rather slip into a crowd and go unnoticed. Virgo, Aquarius, you're keen to understand patterns, notably if doing so makes you more efficient. Aiming your fixed Virgo nature at the social issues in which your Aquarius moon is interested can be really satisfying. Your high ideas can help you craft solutions for good. Just keep the tabs that don't have you being overly critical. Libra Aquarius, you treasure relationships, whether it's hanging out with your friends or spending time with that special someone, or being in social groups. While with your Libra sign, you are sometimes indecisive. Your Aquarius moon gives you the ability to survey the landscape while you can expedite decision making. Okay, Libra? Right. Scorpio Aquarius, your Scorpio sun is passionate about being up close and personal, while your Aquarius loves to keep its distance. The ability to balance these qualities is key. Gathering others who are interested in exploring the mysteries and researching solutions not readily apparent to you can be satisfying. So you, Scorpio Sagittarius, you need to find your soul tribe quickly if you haven't already. You need to connect with those who you connect with. Okay? Birds of a feather do flock together. That saying never made any sense. It should be feathers of a bird flock together. That's what it should be. Feathers of the same bird flock together. That's what it should be. Not birds of a feather. Man makes up things. Capricorn Aquarius, you cherish the ordinary and the extraordinary, right? Honoring both the lessons you attained in the past while also keen to learn the upcoming experiences with the Capricorn sun. You prize tradition while Aquarius moon gets electrified by innovative solutions, making space for both. So Capricorn and Cancer, they mention, was it Cancer? Yeah, they mention the past and the present, right? And so yes, the past teaches us lessons. Again, that's what I'm learning about my past, right? In the lifetimes that I've been here, okay? And I posted something on YouTube this morning. About how the Bible has been raped and the man has hidden books from us and they're in the Vatican and all these places. And someone went on there and replied and said, "You're lying. It's a lie. You need to repent." You know what I said? I said, okay, time will tell. I said, time will truly tell. And that's all I said. You don't need to argue with them. They don't believe you. When you decide to go from religion to spirituality, or from atheism to spirituality, or from whatever, Mormon spirituality, whatever it is that you go from, right? Stop concerning yourself or identifying yourself as a specific religion. I am not a religion of any sort. I do not identify myself with Christianity, Buddhist, Hinduism, or Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism. Here's a funny one for you: Negroism. I do not identify myself as any of those. I identify myself as a spiritual being having a human experience. That's all. That's what I am. Okay. So double Aquarius. So as a double Aquarius, you've got a that looks like Promethean. Spirit. I'm not sure what that word means. Bent on helping others in your own unique way. And I'm using the phone to record, so I don't want to mess up the video or the recording and stop to look that up. With your bright mind, you're able to get a glimpse, an insight into insights that most do not have access to. And so with that, these aha moments both inspire you and serve as a beacon to guide you. Okay, so that's good. Dig deep, Aquarius. Dig deep. Pisces, Aquarius, you're a romantic on a mission. Having space gives you clarity, allowing you to both dream and have the distance necessary to be objective. Between your sensitive Pisces sun and your humanitarian Aquarius moon, you're an idealist who wants to help others and make the world a better place. Again, once again, all over Pisces. That's all over me because that's my ascendant sign. All over me. Right? Helping humanity see themselves, heal the world, and just know that when the last breath is taken in this body, that I have laid it all out there. I left it all on the field, as I described earlier in the video. I left it all on the field. So there is grass in my teeth. I gotta get mud all over me. I left it all on the field. Thank you, Mama. I left it all. Every last bit. Do you know something? He went out the way he came in. If you look at his last game, he completely shaved everything. Shaved his head, face, everything. Everything. He did that on purpose. I don't know if anyone else has caught that. I'm sure athletes did, like his teammates and all of that. But I wonder if anyone else looking on that caught that, yeah. So anyway, Aquarius, this has been your Living by the Moon reading. I hope you've gotten something out of it. It's been a pleasure sharing these with you guys. We have one more that I will be posting later today. That is going to be the Pisces. And so with that, thank you so much for tuning in. This one ran a little longer because I was singing and happy, and I don't know, I had a lot more to share, I guess, today. With the Aquarius than I typically do, I guess, with the other signs, in addition to reading. So again, thank you so much. I hope you're doing well wherever you are when you're listening to this, and know that it all starts with you. First, loving yourself unconditionally, and then we can begin to attract what we are, because we can only attract what we are, whether we are positive or negative. This is why when you are angry and you do something out of anger, it doesn't end well, because the energy that you're doing that with is ugly. So it's not going to end well. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. Right? It doesn't end well when you do things out of anger. You send the email out of anger. You send the text message out of anger. you sin. It doesn't matter what it is. When you do that, and again, life lesson right here, life lesson. When you do it out of anger, now there is a time for that. Okay, so be angry and sin not. There's nothing wrong with telling somebody how you feel. There's nothing wrong with telling somebody fuck you. There's nothing wrong with telling somebody fuck off, right? There's nothing wrong with telling somebody that when that time is necessary and it's justified. Yes, Most High gives you justification for telling somebody, you can't talk to me like that. You can't treat me like that. You're a narcissistic ass motherfucker. Get out of my life. Yes, Most High gives you permission to say that. Yes, yes, Divine Creator Yahweh. Yes, He gives you permission to say that. Yes, He does. Yes, He does. Yes, He does. Because He's not happy with the way that individual or those individuals or whoever they are treating you. You think He's okay with that? He's not. Okay? And again, it's the intention. It's not that you hate them. You're tired of the way they're treating you. That's very different than you just cussing them out just because you had a bad day at work. Very, very different intentions. Very, very different intentions. You see that? Okay? So, thank you again so much, Aquarius. It's always a pleasure. And, yeah, tune in next time. And as always, be encouraged.